So, we know that a vaccine is bound to come out at some point for this pandemic. And we know that a lot of people have said that they're not willing to take this vaccine. I actually know, I think my mom is one person who says that she doesn't want to take it. Well, she hasn't said that, but she's forwarded stuff that leads me to that conclusion. And I know a cousin of mine who similarly forwards stuff that would lead me to that conclusion. And, I told her, yeah, I want to be one of the first ones to get a vaccine. I wish they had like 100 vaccines I could just line up for and get all of them. Because, without a vaccine, you have a pretty much higher likelihood of getting whatever disease it is, They have those Gardasil vaccines for, I think it's a certain kind of herpes that gives women a certainty of having ovarian cancer. There's the 3 hepatitises. Well, I think there's more than 3, A, B, C, and they have some pretty nasty results. They have measles, mumps, rubella. They have all those things. I would like to be a superhuman person who can't get sick. Honestly, that's what I would prefer to be. I don't need to be getting sick or feeling like I'm at risk from getting sick. So I'm more than happy to get this. But I guess I kind of, I'm kind of rolling over the point, which is I think that there's probably going to be clearly a caste system of people who have gotten the vaccines and they can prove that they got the vaccine, and people who didn't. Now, like, for example, if I were a plane company, for example, if I were an airline plane company, I don't mind giving people like, a 5% or $5 off or $10 off if they come on my airline. I wish I could just carry people with vaccines if I had an airline, because it would never have any danger where somebody does some contact tracing and they say, oh, I got this disease. Yeah, I know the airlines are saying that it's so low, but as somebody else pointed, of course it's low. There's nobody traveling on planes. If you fill all those planes up the way that they were before, then come tell me how many people are not getting sick. Okay, that's fine. You go and load it up just like how it used to be, where we were all standing up in line waiting to get, to take off our belts and our shoes and whatever else, and then tell me that nobody's got anything, and then I'll be fine, right? But I am more than willing to primarily carry people with this vaccine. You just go online. If you have some proof of showing me that you have the vaccine, $5 off, $10 off. Same thing with a movie theater, $1 off. Come into my movie theater with your vaccinated self. Yeah. Come into my restaurant with your vaccinated self. Yeah. You get, 5% off your meal. So all of these people who are saying, oh, I'm not going to get vaccinated, and you're not going to wear a mask, because I don't know what overlap there is of those people who are not going to get vaccinated and they're not going to get a mask. And, I'm thinking of like in a movie where here you are in your house because you're 70 years old and you're afraid of getting corona, and there's people walking around all over the place, probably maybe even without masks, because they got vaccinated. I wonder how would those people feel at that point where, hey, I have a garage, I'm a mechanic, or I am a masseuse, or I am, a dentist, or I am any number of all of these people where you're up into somebody else's face. Can you imagine if you ask your dentist whether or not they're vaccinated, and then you say, well, I prefer to go to a dentist that is vaccinated. That is a calling card to me. If your hairdresser. Is your hairdresser vaccinated? And then there's another hairdresser who is not vaccinated. Which one would you prefer to go to? I would hang that up on the wall. So all of these people who feel that they are hurting somebody, who are they hurting by not getting this vaccine? They're just going to be hurting themselves. They are the ones who are going to be at risk of getting sick. They're the ones that we're going to have to be worrying about. And unfortunately, a lot of these people are the people who have to worry. A lot of these people who believe in these conspiracy theories. My mother is an aged person. My cousin is an aged person with other pre-existing conditions, and she is part of this vaccination. She doesn't want to get vaccinated, and both of these people are at risk. I'm at much less risk than either one of them, and I want to go get it. I have no problem getting it. I don't know about my sister. I think she probably doesn't have a problem either. But to me, it's like there's so many people who are probably overweight. They have diabetes. They have all sorts of, heart problems, lung problems, whatever else. And they're the people who are passing on all of these WhatsApp, Facebook messages, YouTube videos, all sorts of crazy stuff. And they're at risk. And when a way to ameliorate or lessen their risk comes up, they're like, I don't want it. You guys are just really, really crazy. They really say that it's almost impossible to change people's minds once they take that particular point of view. I think, what is it my mother told me when I said that she probably wouldn't get it? She said, well, I guess I'm just going to go to Jesus. And I said to her, well, I guess while you're waiting to go to Jesus, you can be worried for as long as it takes that you might catch this virus. And if you do happen to catch it, I guess you can wait and go through all that excruciating pain and discomfort that people talk about. And you can wonder whether or not you're actually going to end up needing Jesus. And let's say, for example, you don't, and there are these lingering secondary conditions or symptoms that you continue to have while you wait 5-10 years before you actually go to Jesus. And that's the thing. That's to me the ridiculous thing when you say something like that. I have another guy I know who doesn't believe in it. He doesn't believe that it exists. Even when Trump got it, this guy who is severely overweight, he is on medication for diabetes, I think it is, and high blood pressure, and he doesn't believe in this thing. Well, of course, when he comes over, I'm kind of like, yo, you need to be wearing your mask. You need to make sure, I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's annoying. I'm really sorry. But think about it. If you had this thing and you passed it on to my uncle and he died, how would you feel about that? And then he was like, well, I might feel good. And he's like, oh, I made a mistake. But I laughed because I know he made a mistake. But it was like, yeah. So then he went, and he came and sat down, and he was not inside the house, he was outside the house. And I was like, even if you're outside the house, if you could just come in with it. So he went and he got it, his mask, and I was like, great. So every time he comes, I'm like, yeah, pull that thing up. Even if you took it down to drink some water or whatever it is, yeah, you can pull it right back up right now. So I don't know, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? And he himself, he knows that he needs to lose weight. He knows that he needs to eat less. He's been saying that he wanted to for however long, and he never really took it seriously. So just because there's another way of dying now, why would it be different? And it isn't. So you can't do anything about it. It's like the song says, live and let die. So that's it.